Welcome to Around Town, and we are in the pantry of United Community Ministries on McDonald Street. We are going to talk about a great fundraiser coming up that I have attended for many, many years and had the best time and wouldn't miss it for anything. And then we're going to talk about a new venture that they've gone into in concert with the North Carolina Food Bank. But we've got Faye Spry, who is the fundraising chair. Welcome, Faye.
Thank you.
And Melissa Barker, the chairman of the board.
Yes.
So there's a band called that, Chairman of the Board.
Yes.
And how fitting with what we're talking about.
Yes.
So is it the 26th?
It's Friday the 26th.
Tell
Not
us
this
about
coming
it.
up weekend, but the next. We're going to have what we call Dancing and Shagging for Shelter. And it's a fundraiser to benefit the soup kitchen, the homeless shelter, and the Bassett Center, which houses our children and families. It will be a night full of fun. It begins at 6:30. It's over at 9:30. We will have gardeners will be catering the event. They always do an outstanding job. We're going to have a silent auction that is just full of all kinds of great ideas. And the band that we have this year is the Magic Pipers. Mm-hmm. And it's just going to be a blast.
Well, you have, as you have in the past, little silent auction things where people can sign up and, up the ante in order to buy things?
That is correct. We will have probably, I think we have more this year, Melissa, than we did last year, don't we?
Yes, I think we're well on our way.
Where will you put them? I mean, you had the whole area
Yes,
at the Imperial Center full of really good deals. I mean, just whether it's services of interior decorator, whether it's jewelry, whether it's trips. I mean, just great bargains for
We
people.
have several beach houses that will be auctioned off.
House or a trip to the house? A weekend at the house.
A weekend at the
Not
house.
the house.
No. I don't think we have anybody quite that generous or want to give up their beach house, but we do have several places. We have a mountain home. We have 2 or 3 beach houses that will be up for the weekend, auction off for the weekend. We have all kinds of parties, one of which is the Super Bowl party, which is an absolute blast. Melissa and Dr. and Mrs. Joe Wisnett, the Worthies, and Lou and Jimmy Carson, and 4 or 5 other go in together and prepare all the food for this event. And I know all about it because we bought it this past year. And the food is just phenomenal. The event is, the Wisnett's home is just perfect setting for a football party. They have a big screen TV that is as big as this wall. Really, seriously. And it's just a great time. They allow you to invite 50 of your closest friends. So it's a great event. We have some other dinner parties that will be available. Restaurants, certificates.
Is it possible to find out what some of them are going to be ahead of time, like before that night, any of the events? And I say that because people might want to partner up with somebody else and buy something, 2 couples going together or several people going together to do it. Or I guess as soon as they get there, they can circle around and see.
And we can put some things on Facebook.
That would be good
really
because
help.
that way people can give a little thought to it before they come and kind of talk to their friends and say, I'd like to do this. Do you want to go in on it with me? And it might make you, you can make more money.
And this year we're having a raffle. And we've never had a raffle where we're selling tickets before and selling them the night of. They're $5 a piece. And all of that money, and there should be, if we sell them all, it'll be $15,000, is going to go to an account that we will use at the Bassett Center for some real repairs we need that are not in our budget. And the first drawing will be for a Yeti cooler, which is a $350 cooler.
Wow.
And then the second drawing is for 2 tickets to the Carolina Panthers upcoming football season. And then the other 2 drawings are a 30-ounce Yeti tumbler and then a 20-ounce Yeti tumbler.
And for $5, you can get a chance to win one of those 4 things?
Yes, you can. And the odds are much greater for you to win those than they are for the lottery. Because we only have 3,000 tickets to sell. So.
Well, I have to say the Bassett Center, I remember I was on the committee House the Children a long time ago when the Bassett Center was designated as a place to put women and children, or families and children, because children aren't allowed here. And that was a place that was badly needed. And how many years? That's been over 20 years ago, hasn't it?
It's been probably about, yes, I think it's been about 15, anywhere from 15 to 20 years. We currently have 32 children.
Wow, and a waiting list
and a
all the
waiting
time.
list. And we are in the process of trying to get plans drawn. We have a couple of rooms downstairs that we can convert into more family space. So we are in the process of trying to get, of course you have to get the city approved, insurance approved, and this will be where some of this money may be used to, the $15,000 to do some repairs in there. So that is,
great.
And it's needed. I mean, a lot of people on our waiting list.
Well, in this town, and its generosity, which we see all the time, has been committed to a homeless shelter for many, many years. And I just, who are we as people if we don't take care of our homeless population? And so much of what I see that y'all have done through various shows I've done at the Bassett Center is you rebuild lives and you help families get back on their feet again. Faye, I want to talk about how people can get tickets, what the ticket price is, that type of thing too.
Tickets are $35 for an individual, $70 for a couple in advance, $80 at the door for a couple, and $40 for an individual. I have made an announcement to go into the newspaper, and they can either contact me, which my cell phone number is 252-904-9417. I'm happy to get you tickets. I'm also happy to get you raffle tickets if you would like some. Anyone that would like to buy, more than one and would like to write a check, we're happy to accept that. It's tax deductible, and have a great opportunity to get some prizes.
So the best way to get tickets ahead of time at this point now is to either call you.
Call me or call the shelter here.
Okay, so the shelter one could come by and get them too.
Yes.
They can call 985-0078, and they will be happy. I had 3 mailed today. I've been asked. 3 went out today. And they can kind of ignore the February 18th they're due. We will take them. If you call me and tell me you're going to be there and you don't have time to send a check, then you will not have to pay extra at the door, as long as I know you're coming.
And $35 for a really fun evening of dancing, the chance to get a lot of good deals, and write your check to a 501c3.
Yes.
But also to help, this is one of your major fundraisers of the year too, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So you really rely on the community to turn out. And I mean, everywhere I looked, I saw friends. I mean, it's just like the most fun party because you see all these wonderful people there, and it's an eclectic group. People have their big tables set up, in the Imperial Center. It's so beautiful.
It is. It really
To start with big tables, and you can just go through the buffet line and enjoy yourself there, and then come over and the music starts and everybody's out there just dancing and having a great time.
You have fried chicken cooked right there on the spot, and it's usually
delicious.
And I think this year we're doing, our desserts are going to be a table of cakes.
Ooh.
So you get to pick a slice of cake or two. So that's something new.
Do your board members provide the desserts? Do y'all bring the
Yes, we
desserts?
do.
I thought you did. So they're either made or made possible, shall we say?
Yes.
Most of them are homemade.
Well,
Yes.
they really did look good, and so you probably want to get in the line pretty early so you get your pick
Go on and get your
of
dessert
too.
first, and then you can worry about your.
And there are adult beverages or other beverages available
Yes.
there too?
We have a cash bar. Yes.
When I've noticed the repeat of a lot of people whom you will recognize when you come that night. You've got volunteers who've done it since the inception, it seems like, because every time I come I see Tom Adams and just the same usual, the Worthies and the Barkers and of course Faye are always there just really caring about our community. So thank you for that.
And thank you to our community for being such tremendous givers to this very worthwhile group of people.
Yes. Oh, yes.
And so at 6:30 they come in, casual attire, fairly casual attire, with picnic, and I guess most people need to if they're going to be eating that. And bring checks. Do you take credit cards if people buy?
Yes, we can take a credit card.
Okay, and then people can just circle around and see.
Yes.
And actually, this significant portion is set up with things that people have donated.
Yes.
Artwork.
Oh, yes.
Oh, lots of artwork
Lots
this
of
year.
artwork. As a matter of fact, one of our artists was showing her picture this morning on Facebook and says, "What do y'all think about this picture that's going to be auctioned off at Shagging for Shelter?" And it's beautiful. I mean, I was just going, "Oh my goodness."
Can you say her name?
Carolyn Patton. Is
Great.
she? Yes.
Wow.
Kimberly Morsegley and Martha Lamb,
Yes.
Catherine Hicks.
Anna Von Creech, who was from Tarver, who has now opened up a studio in Raleigh, is donating a piece. So we're real excited.
Marion Weathers.
Yes. And Marion Weathers has donated since the very first auction.
Has she? How many years have y'all been doing this?
This is our sixth.
Okay. Well, I think I've come almost every single
Yes,
year.
yes, I think
And
you
I
have.
think, isn't there a dog portrait? I think last year one could get a dog portrait. Do you know if
Yeah,
they're
and
doing
you
that
can
this
do-
year?
Yes, that is Reed
Okay.
Warren is going to do his dog portraits.
I
yes.
thought that was really neat.
Yes.
But it's just a wide variety of really neat things. You can go ahead and get Mother's Day presents. You can get,
Yes.
you know, a lot
Parties
of.
for children, you know.
Oh, so there will be parties. You can buy parties.
You can buy parties for our children. Last year they were doing cupcakes, Dippin' Dots, and putt-putt. So, you know, and the city, we have a party that will be out at the city. So it's a lot of neat things.
Oh yeah, gosh.
Yes.
Okay, 6:30 to 9:30 on Friday, February 26th.
That is correct.
Call the shelter. It's listed in the phone book as United Community Ministries.
I believe it is, but it's 985-0078. And I think there'll be something in the paper about
Okay.
the raffle and Shagging for Shelter.
And your
Yes.
phone number will be in there too. So,
Yes.
okay, and $5 for the raffle tickets. And you, by buying one $5 or multiple $5, you are in the running for 4 different gifts
Yes, yes.
that night. And again, the dollars do what, Melissa?
Well, the dollars for the raffle are going to go, all of the dollars for that are going to go to the Bassett Center to do some needed repairs. And the auction items, the actual Shagging for Shelter goes into our budget. But all the money stays right here in our community
Right.
with the shelter and the Bassett Center.
Well, and lives have been just rebuilt for years based
they
on what
have.
y'all do here. So thank you. We're going to take a break, and Dave Johnson is going to join us and talk about the food bank
Yes. Oh, yes.
opportunity come up. Faye, thank you.
Thank you.
See you
Thank
on the
you for having
26th.
us.
Stay with
Thanks.
us.
Hi, I'm Richard Koss, Pharmacy Manager at Allman's Drug Store at the Westridge Shopping Center. Here with my wife, daughters, and my business partner Brad Hilton and his wife Katie.
We are delighted to be new business owners living in Rocky Mount and are excited about the new services and products we are adding at Allman's Drug Store's 2 locations. With a full-service pharmacy, a large supply of over-the-counter supplements, and a comprehensive line of diabetic supplies, Allman's has you covered. Our pharmacists also specialize in consultations. We want you to pay the lowest prices and get the best service in town, and our staff works hard to help you save money, but we are also big on friendliness and customer care. We will deliver your prescriptions free, have drive-through windows, and guarantee short wait times. And we come out to greet you personally and see how we can answer all of your questions. Because as local business owners, we care about you.
As a loyal member of your community for over 70 years, you can count on Allman's Drugs to make the health of you and your family our top priority.
Please call Almond Drugs today.
443-3138.
Thank you for staying with us. And Melissa Barker, Chairman of the Board of United Community Ministries, and I are joined by Dave Johnson. And Dave, last time I saw you was on the Christian Fellowship Home for Men telethon.
Yeah, that's right.
You're getting
Yeah,
around,
I
aren't
am
you?
getting around. Yeah, it was very successful.
Well, and
Yeah.
it was, and
Yeah,
we're
it was a
so
great
appreciative.
opportunity.
And you were talking about Jobs for Life, and having retired as a CEO in town, you have just done what we wish everybody would do, and that's make yourself available to really help in a lot of endeavors in town. And so what you were here today, and we're going to see the area where the food is starting to be accumulated. But why don't you just kind of tell us about the new venture?
Sure. We're very excited about a new program that we have here at United Community Ministries, And it's just another way of reaching out into the community and helping people that need food. And what we have done is we have developed a relationship with the Food Bank of Raleigh. And through discussions with them, we found out that we could be working with Walmart and we could be picking up food from them at no cost and bringing it here to the shelter. And then we're able to use some of it for our own needs in feeding the residents here at the shelter and at the Bassett Center. But then there's a lot of this food that we're giving away to the community. And so we looked at the opportunity of doing this and we said, this is a good program that we need to be in. So we started this program a couple weeks ago.
And they needed a head, and it's you.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
goodness.
Yeah, the board asked me if I would head up this project and kind of get it going, and we have. And not just myself, but we have 4 other people that work here at the shelter, and we formed a team to think about what we were going to do, how we were going to do it, what resources we needed. And you know, it's amazing, through discussion and contacting people, all of it came together. All of our needs in order to make this program work, including transportation to go get the food, it just came all in place. And we're so thankful to God for that, because we know this is a program that He wants us to do.
And things do come into place when you know that you're
They
doing
do.
God's
And
will.
you just know it.
Yeah.
You can feel His presence, and when everything falls in place, it's just a confirmation. Yes, this is the program that we need to do for this community, because we're told to do that and to help those that are less fortunate.
Well, and Melissa, I saw you recently, and you said, we have bananas
Yes.
and we have grapes.
Yes.
And that's one thing that's often, and we're in the pantry right now, and what we're seeing behind us are canned goods, which are wonderful. But the availability of fresh produce, this will open the door for getting more fresh produce too for y'all, won't it?
Yeah, it really will. One of the things when we go to the Walmart store in Nashville, and we go on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we don't know what's going to be there. And so we go in there, and we are presented with boxes of produce. This would be grapefruit, bananas, oranges, celery, grapes, whatever it may be. They also have canned goods for us. They have dry food like cereal and rice. Potentially, we could get some meat and frozen dairy or dairy products from them, and bakery items. And it does. What's exciting about it is we can now bring this back to the shelter, and we can go through it and look at what the needs are for the shelter and the Bassett Center. So we now have availability to, as you said, the fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, a different array of dairy and meats, and it adds a whole new dimension to how we can feed the residents here and at the Bassett Center. And some of this food that we cannot consume here, we are now opening up to churches and agencies in our community to come in and to pick it up.
Wonderful. Now, how if someone's watching and they're on a board at an agency, or if they know somebody, or through their church, they think, well, gosh, maybe Meals on Wheels or my sister's house or something. What do they need to do, Dave?
Well, what we have basically said is we want to distribute this food to churches and agencies that have food ministries. That is where they cook meals for people, or they may hand out provisions to people. We want this to help them in getting free food so they can continue their ministry and possibly have a greater selection and have a little bit of a cost savings too in what they're doing. And so if there are any of you that are watching and you're thinking, you know, I could use some food on a weekly basis, all you have to do is call the shelter here at 985-1650 and talk to the person on the phone, and they will connect you with someone here at the shelter who will talk with you and get the information about your church or agency and get you on a list for you to come out and help us on the days that we unpack the food, and then we graciously give it back to you for whatever your needs are. So that's a little bit about the program.
That sounds wonderful. Melissa, how did the board decide this would be a good direction to go?
Well, our interim director, Bruce Slavin, was talking to the people at the North Carolina Food Bank, and they were saying, well, and Bruce would go up there, and because we could go up there and purchase at a low cost. But they were saying, it would be nice if we could find someone who would like to pick up in Rocky Mount, because it's ridiculous for them to send their truck down, for them to pick up all the food, take it back to Raleigh, and then the people from Rocky Mount go pick it up. So they came, we had a meeting, and sat down with a group, and she gave us all their rules and regulations about the food cannot be sold. It has to be given.
And it's not out of date. It's not.
It's near date.
Near date.
It's near
Okay.
date. But and so we agreed to do it. We all went out to the Walmart to look at what's, we needed a truck because that's something we didn't have, and a few people made a few phone calls, and we think we have a truck. We waited for one piece to come in to be repaired, and everybody has done everything free. I mean,
Great.
it's just
And you used to
been a
go-
blessing.
And you used to go to Raleigh. You said Bruce would go to purchase, and now you don't have to purchase it. You go pick it up, but it's nearby. And the graciousness of being able to share with other people too.
Well, isn't that great?
It is.
Yeah, it is. I think, the shelter and the Bassett Center have, we're community agency. And, not only providing shelter and some food to both locations, this gives us a wider ministry base where we can help more people in the community with some of their food needs. And so we just feel it's just goes hand in hand with the ministry of United Community Ministries. So the community comes in and helps the shelter and the Bassett Center with a lot of things, and now we can turn around and be gracious going back out to the community. So it's just a beautiful cycle of people helping people in any way we can.
It's your Jobs for Life program. Will you be able to use some of this food there, or is it not really the exact?
It's probably
breakfast
not going to be
foods?
the right application.
But you
we're
are
in-
still doing that, right?
Oh, we are. We have a course, a program starting this Sunday at 6 o'clock.
At United Community Ministry. Methodist Church.
Yeah, First United Methodist Church.
Right.
Right. A skills education program that we hold. So we're excited about that too.
And people need to call about that if you need skill development or whatever, because y'all have a great track record.
Yeah, Jobs for Life is a great program, and it's helped 58 people who have graduated from it in 4 years, and these people have just blossomed into what they were able to use this information for in getting jobs and holding jobs, and it really enhanced their own personal life too. So all around, it's just a great program for this community too.
Dave, share with us, if you will, when we picked up the first time, you had all the bananas, and then Tuesday morning,
Oh yeah.
what happened at First Methodist Church? You were so excited.
Yeah, a very, very interesting thing happened. We unloaded the produce here on Monday, the very first pickup, and then the following Tuesday at First United Methodist Church, we have a food bag ministry where we hand out bags of food to the community.
And I've seen the lines around the
Yeah.
block. Yes.
There's like 90 people that come in for these bags of food. Well, this time I took back food to the church that we picked up here, and we were able to lay this out on a table, and there was bananas and canned food and bakery and watermelon and fresh fruit. And so when the people came through the line to get their normal bag that they would get, they were able to pick up 5, 6, 7 other things
Great.
that they normally wouldn't get, like bread and pasta and bakery and fresh produce, and they were thrilled. And it was kind of interesting because there were some people that came through and they walked out and they just say, "Praise the Lord! Praise the Lord! Oh, I can't wait to get home and to eat this good food that you've provided for us." So this was a great new approach to helping our ministry at First United Methodist Church in providing a little extra food, and it all has come about through the United Community Shelter here, where we can take some of this food and again pass it on through them.
And thank you for your leadership.
Yeah.
We've got about 1 minute, and I want to recap Shagging for Shelter. Melissa, you want to give us the time, the date, all that?
Friday, February 26th, from 6:30 to 9:30. Promise to have you out of there at 9:30 because
Might not want to be. It's a lot of fun.
we have a great band called the Magic Pipers.
Uh-huh.
It's $35. It includes everything except if you choose to purchase a beverage, and that big homemade table of desserts, and lots of silent auction items, and
A lot of
we
good
have
deals.
A lot of good deals, and then we have that raffle for $5 a ticket for 4 great prizes.
And people can know that those dollars are going right back into
Right back into the shelter.
making more room at the Bassett Center and
Yes.
some upgrades from a 20-year-old shelter, basically, that
Yes,
needs
yes.
some renovation and whatnot. And people can call here again.
Yeah, they can.
Nonprofits, and you'll be sharing the food with them. And,
Yep.
and it's not just individuals, because
No.
they can go to First United Methodist and pick them up. And what days do you do it there at the Methodist Church?
We do the second Tuesday at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
of
And I
every
know
month.
that Christian Fellowship Home for Men has also, if people want to call, they do some
They
food
do.
giveaway too.
They
But
do a good job.
these are to help the ones who put it together and give it away
That's right.
for the most part. Well, thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank
Thank
you.
you
And
for-
we appreciate Faye also for what she
And
did.
we'll see you Friday the 26th.
Oh, absolutely. And my husband can dance, so
Yes, he can. I've seen him on dance.
yeah, he does.
We'll have lots of fun
He's
there.
been practicing some new shagging moonwalking, so you're in for a treat.
Oh boy, okay, we'll put him center stage.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
Thanks.
And thank you for joining us.